What's coming with the Model Y may be Tesla's boldest move yet. The company is preparing not just one, but three different versions of this same model, each with a well-defined purpose and the potential to transform the market. There will be the affordable version, which promises to attract a new wave of consumers with a more affordable price. The performance version, aimed at those seeking power and sporty handling. And, of course, the much-talked-about robo-taxi version, designed to operate autonomously on the streets of big cities. Even though all these versions are being developed on the same base platform, they will have very distinct characteristics. And that's precisely where the curiosity lies. The differences won't be limited to finishes or prices. Tesla will likely adjust dimensions, materials, and even onboard technologies according to each model's purpose. For example, the robo-taxi version will require more robust sensors and advanced connectivity systems, while the affordable version will likely cut back on some luxuries to achieve a lower cost. Each variation is expected to play a strategic role in Tesla's larger plan, both in terms of market reach and technological innovation. And if there's one thing Elon Musk knows how to do well, it's surprise with unusual choices. Interestingly, this diversification within a single vehicle shows that Tesla isn't just trying to appeal to different audiences, but is also betting on multiple paths for the future of mobility. The cheaper version, for example, could be a gateway for millions of people into the world of electric cars. The autonomous service version, meanwhile, points directly to the future of urban mobility, where you might no longer need to own the car. It's a move that blends boldness with pragmatism, and, so far, has gotten a lot of people excited. What makes things even more intriguing is the fact that little has been officially confirmed. Tesla is still testing prototypes and fine-tuning each version. Nothing is finalized. This creates a kind of suspense. Will the affordable version truly maintain Tesla's DNA? Will the robo-taxi version be able to operate driverlessly in complex urban areas? These are questions that still have no answers, but they make this development even more exciting to follow. Another point worth noting is the impact these versions could have on the market. If Tesla manages to launch an affordable Model Y with a competitive price, decent range, and a modern look, other automakers will have to chase it to keep up. The performance version, while not the main focus at the moment, has the potential to maintain the brand's reputation among fans of speed and technology. And as for the autonomous version, well, that could completely redefine how we relate to daily transportation. The idea of having three distinct versions of the same model is both clever and ambitious. It can simplify production, save resources, and speed up launches. But it also requires surgical precision to ensure each one serves its specific audience. Tesla will have to make difficult decisions, balancing innovation with cost, technology with simplicity, and, of course, autonomy with safety. And all this without compromising the essence of the brand, which has always been synonymous with boldness and innovation. The big change behind these Model Y versions may lie in how Tesla plans to build them. Initially, many expected the affordable model to use the famous unboxed technique, that revolutionary production approach in which parts are assembled more integrated, faster, and cheaper. But that's not quite the case, at least not yet. Tesla decided to postpone the debut of this technique for another project, the Cybercab, which also promises to shake up the market. As a result, the affordable model, internally called the E80, will be built on existing production lines. And that changes a lot. This choice seems strategic. Leveraging what's already working well in Tesla's factories allows for faster production and resource savings. After all, adapting an already mature and reliable product line can be far more practical than creating something from scratch for a car that needs to be competitively priced. And since the E80 is being designed to be the popular Tesla, anything that reduces costs without compromising quality is welcome. But of course, this also raises a series of questions. Will there be time to fine-tune everything before the planned June 2025 launch? The announced price, around $26,000, has already become a worldwide topic of conversation. If this price is confirmed, it will be a true game changer. Never before has a Tesla been so affordable for the middle class. It's a move that could put traditional automakers on alert, especially those still trying to establish themselves in the electric car market. A car with the Tesla badge, a modern look, basic features, and an affordable price? It seems too good to be true, and perhaps that's why so many people are following the project with such enthusiasm. Another curious detail is the code name given to the project, E80. It's not yet known what this name actually means, but within Tesla, it's become synonymous with cost-cutting and well-planned simplicity. Rumors suggest the E80 will feature cloth seats, a simplified sound system, single-color ambient lighting, and even a manual trunk release. Not to mention the smaller battery capacity, all designed to reduce costs without compromising the brand's identity. Will the public be willing to give up some comforts in exchange for entering the Tesla universe? Despite its simplicity, the E80 will share an assembly line with the traditional Model Y. This is interesting because it suggests that the car, while more basic, will still have much in common with more expensive models. The structure, for example, should maintain the quality standards we already know. And this could give the E80 a huge advantage over similarly priced competitors. It's that old saying, "Those who know the way, go faster." And Tesla has already covered a lot of ground in efficient production. If all goes as planned, the first E80 units should roll off the line in June, with deliveries beginning the following month. It's an ambitious schedule, and since nothing has been officially confirmed yet, adjustments may be made. But the mere fact that there's an estimated date already shows how the project is gaining momentum within the company. And this further fuels the anticipation of the public, the media, and investors. Everyone wants to know if this cheap Tesla will actually happen. And, if so, how it will perform in the real world. The first images of the new prototype emerged as a small spark amid growing curiosity about the E80, and quickly fueled speculation worldwide. A drone captured a model leaving the Fremont factory that at first glance looked like a regular Model Y, but one had only to look closely to realize there was something very different about it. The car looked smaller, leaner, almost as if it had gone on a crash diet. And what caught the most attention was its bold design. A metal roof, a complete absence of door handles, and noticeably more compact proportions. It was a Tesla, yes, but with a new personality, not yet seen on the streets. This cleaner look doesn't seem to be just an aesthetic choice. Replacing the glass roof with a full metal panel could represent a significant cost reduction, in addition to increasing the car's thermal efficiency in some markets. After all, panoramic glass is beautiful, but it's expensive and requires extra care with the structure and insulation. For a model designed to be affordable, it makes perfect sense that Tesla would forego these luxuries in favor of practicality. And you can bet, this will still generate plenty of controversy among the brand's most purist fans. Another noticeable change was the disappearance of the door handles. Literally, the prototype featured no visible handles, leading many to believe Tesla is testing a new push-button entry system or hidden operation, something similar to what we saw on the Cybertruck. If confirmed, it will be another step toward the extreme minimalism the company has been adopting in recent years. It may seem like a small detail, but the absence of door handles completely changes the car's appearance, making everything cleaner, more futuristic, and, of course, cheaper. The prototype's size also generated buzz. The rear end appeared shorter, suggesting a shorter distance and a more compact body overall. This raises a number of questions. Is Tesla creating a pocket Model Y? Will this new shape affect interior space and comfort? There are no concrete answers yet, but the idea of a leaner, more agile Tesla could be quite appealing in large urban centers where parking has become a daily nightmare, especially if the car continues to offer decent performance and range. Interestingly, Despite all these visual changes, the body still bears very familiar traits. The overall silhouette harks back to the traditional Model Y identity, demonstrating that Tesla isn't trying to completely break with what already works. Instead, it seems to be carving a new identity on a familiar foundation. This is clever. It's like taking a classic and giving it a makeover with a focus on efficiency and practicality. The public already knows it and trusts it. Now it just remains to be seen if they'll approve of this new, sleeker look. With a more compact and streamlined car on the way, an inevitable question begins to haunt enthusiasts' minds. What will the range be like? Tesla has always stood out for delivering electric vehicles with excellent range per charge, but now, with reduced dimensions and a smaller battery, it seems, will the new model maintain this standard? The truth is that there are no confirmed numbers yet, but indications point to a reduction in energy capacity. This, of course, raises a red flag, especially among consumers accustomed to driving long distances without worrying about recharging. The reduction in physical body space directly impacts the size of the battery pack that can be installed. Less space means fewer cells, and fewer cells result in less energy storage. This may be acceptable for those who use the car primarily for urban commutes, but it remains uncertain for those who need more flexibility. Tesla will have to balance this equation well. Make the car more affordable, but without sacrificing so much range that it becomes unviable outside of large cities. This is where the hope for advances in energy density comes in. If new batteries can store more energy in a smaller space, perhaps this physical limitation can be offset. Tesla itself has invested heavily in new battery technologies, such as 4680 cells, which promise precisely this: more range, more power, and less weight. It's not yet clear whether the affordable model will use these batteries or some more compact variation, but the expectation is that some innovative solution is being considered to overcome this obstacle. Another possibility is that Tesla chooses to modularize the battery. This means offering different versions with varying capacities, something the company already does with other models. Those who want more range would pay a little more. Those satisfied with a more modest range for urban use would stick with the basic version. This approach would allow it to serve different audiences while keeping costs under control. It's a smart move, and it wouldn't be surprising if this model follows this path. Regardless, it's important to remember that the ideal range of an electric car depends on the driver's intended use. For everyday city driving, around 250 to 300 kilometers may be more than enough. And if the car is efficient and lightweight, even with a smaller battery, it can still deliver a decent range. The key is optimizing the entire package: aerodynamic design, efficient thermal management, and software that knows how to extract the most from the available charge. Tesla is a master at this. While many eagerly await the affordable version of the Model Y, another Tesla project has been attracting attention for its bold proposal: transforming the same model into an autonomous vehicle for on-demand transportation services. This is Project Halo, an initiative still shrouded in mystery, but which has already begun to show clear signs of its intended future. The idea is simple in theory, but gigantic in execution. Adapt the Model Y to operate driverlessly as part of a future fleet of robo-taxis. And to this end, specific changes are already being tested, starting with the cameras. One of the most notable changes is the self-cleaning cameras. Anyone who's driven in heavy rain or on dusty roads knows how much sensors and cameras can be affected by dirt, splashes, or even insects. For a car that will operate alone, without a human to clean the sensors, this is a huge problem. That's why Tesla is developing a system that cleans the lenses automatically, without the need for manual intervention. It's like giving the car autonomous eyes and ensuring they always see clearly. Another interesting element is the additional protection around the cameras, such as shields and reinforced housings. These components are designed to prevent debris, twigs, or even loose stones from damaging the sensors. This is essential structural reinforcement for vehicles that will be driven alone, exposed to all the variables of the urban and road environment. If a camera breaks or is lost, the car loses vision of part of the world around it. For a robo-taxi, this simply cannot happen. And it doesn't stop there. The Project Halo Model Y is also being equipped with dual telecommunications units. In addition to the standard antenna, there's a second unit dedicated exclusively to real-time communication with remote operations centers. This could include software updates, route data transmission, alerts, or even emergency control. This type of redundancy is essential to ensure safety and control even in unusual situations, such as power outages, sudden changes in traffic, or unexpected roadblocks. The idea of connecting cars to a control center isn't new, but the way Tesla is implementing it could be a game-changer. With multiple antennas and redundant communication, robo-taxis could be monitored almost constantly, allowing for quick interventions whenever necessary. It's like having a team of operators looking after each car in the fleet, even remotely. And considering Tesla's track record with over-the-air updates and software integration, it makes perfect sense that the company is investing in this. As Project Halo progressed, it didn't take long for enthusiasts to notice other subtle but extremely important modifications to the current Model Y. Tesla has already begun experimenting with practical solutions to ensure its cameras continue to function perfectly in any situation. And this is crucial, because even with all the autonomous driving technology, if the cameras are dirty or obstructed, the car simply won't see. And if it can't see, it won't move. So the company is thinking of everything, including the details that few people notice at first glance. One such solution is already visible in some test cars: the integration of the windshield wiper with the front camera system. Quite ingeniously, Tesla appears to have configured the wiper movement to also pass over a strategic point where the camera is installed, removing dirt and water droplets that would otherwise obstruct the car's view. It's a simple but effective idea, and one that demonstrates how Tesla is refining each element of the vehicle to become fully independent. Another new feature is a small detail at the bottom of the bumper, a sort of metal lip that stretches across the entire width of the front end. It may seem like just a cosmetic feature, but it actually acts as a splash shield. By diverting water and dirt away from the wheels, this element helps keep the rear cameras clean, which are vital for maneuvering, automatic parking, and 360-degree vision. It's the kind of improvement no one notices until you realize you're driving in the rain and everything still works perfectly. More recently, keen observers noticed a new accessory attached to the roof near the rear window. At first glance, many thought it was a speaker or a trim piece. But no, everything indicates it's an additional antenna, designed to enhance signal reception, especially in situations where the vehicle is under remote control or needs to maintain continuous communication with Tesla servers. This could be a boon for the robo-taxi network, but it could also benefit regular users with improved connectivity for navigation and integrated services. These tweaks show that Tesla isn't just betting on major technological breakthroughs, it's also refining every little aspect of the car, improving camera cleanliness, reinforcing debris protection, increasing signal strength. All of this contributes to a more stable and safer experience. And while not all of these features are available in current public versions, they serve as live tests of what might be on the way. There's also an interesting debate going on among Tesla fans. Will these improvements be offered as accessories sold separately through the Tesla store? Or will they be part of future updates to new cars? There's no clear answer yet, but considering Tesla's typically modular approach to releases, both possibilities are quite plausible. It's possible that Model Y owners will soon be able to install these upgrades themselves, or perhaps they'll come standard with future models. At the heart of all these transformations is a crucial component poised to redefine everything we know about autonomous driving in Tesla vehicles: Hardware 5, or simply HW5. This new package of sensors, cameras, and processors promises to be the turning point between assisted driving and what can truly be considered full autonomous driving. Not yet officially released, HW5 has been the subject of countless speculations, and with good reason. If it turns out to be everything the rumors suggest, the game will change completely. The highlight of the new hardware will be the active camera cleaning system, which is expected to be integrated into the system. Instead of relying solely on improvised solutions like wipers or mechanical guards, the HW5 will feature a dedicated mechanism to automatically remove dirt, droplets, and even dust from the lenses. This may seem like a simple detail, but it's revolutionary. In a self-driving car, any visual obstruction is a direct threat to safety. And if this can be resolved with technology built into the hardware itself, we're talking about an unprecedented advancement. In addition to active cleaning,